I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse, mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win, applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win, applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse.
All right, welcome to Refuse to Lose, a weekly special. We are doing the AFC North panel today. I'm very excited about this one. All right, we got a fan from each team. We got one that's about to come on in a couple of minutes, but we got a fan from each team on. All right. First, we got a Ravens fan. Y'all already familiar with Carl. Carl actually won NFL Analyst of the Year. So we got Carl. What's good, Carl?
What's good, Joe? Appreciate you having me.
Let's get it. And then we got a Browns fan on. All right. Hey, look, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't know I could find one, but he's been a loyal Browns fan for a long time. And they got some things coming this season. So what's good, Tay? Good to have you on.
How you doing, Joe? Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. And we got Javon. He's in the background right now. Like I say, he's a Steelers fan. He's coming on in the middle of the first segment. But we got the AFC North champs. All right. This is the second time on. He actually came to the show right before the Super Bowl. They were the runner-up of the Super Bowl champions. Surprised a lot of people. And it was hard to find a Bengals fan, and he was a loyal. He's a loyal Bengal fan himself. So what's good, Taz? Good to have you on.
Hey, what's up, man? Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. Let's get the show started. So look, before we get started, y'all know what to do. Make sure y'all like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Right. Also, if you watch this on Facebook, make sure you like the video on there and follow the Facebook page. And also share with somebody that y'all know that love football, love sports. They can come on and watch with us live. And look, leave a comment, guys. All right. We can see all the comments you guys put down. Make sure you comment, communicate with us. We can see every single comment you guys want to throw at us. So keep that going. And last but not least, enjoy the show. All right, so let's kick it off, man. Let's get the show started. I'm very curious what these guys got to say. All right, so the first person, like I said, we're gonna bring up. We got to start with the worst to the first. All right, and unfortunately, the Ravens were worse this year. All right, so Carl, I know you got a lot to say. I know you're very excited about this upcoming season. You guys made a crazy first round trade in the NFL draft, which is surprising. Right, which I think was a good trade for y'all. So, talk to me. Talk about the Ravens. What you think is going to happen this year?
All right, so the only reason why I'm going first is because the guy on my shirt got hurt. We was 8-3 with my dog, with half a football team, mind you. 8-3, number one in the AFC with my dog. My dog go down, we lose 6 straight. And granted, one of the wins was Tyler Huntley, but the point still remains the same. Now, I was looking at the schedule, and I'm going to be honest, it's a lot of toss-up games because of so many unknowns that we had in the passing game this year. Obviously, like I said, and Lamar I trust, but the unknowns are our receivers. I like Devin Duvernay. He's a special teams guy, and we used him as a gadget player last year. Bateman is an unknown because he kind of caught on at the end, but he was hurt in the beginning, the rookie year. He got robbed, actually, I think, against the Bengals for his first touchdown. When he actually got in, they called him short. But then other than that, we got James Prochet, who guys might not know. Tyler Wallace out of Oklahoma State, who guys might not know. We didn't sign anybody at receiver. So, like I said, receiver position is a bunch of unknowns. Our defense, I really love our defense this year. We get Marcus Peters back. Love Marcus Peters. We get Kyle Fuller, who, 2-3 years ago was arguably one of the best corners in the league.
Mm-hmm.
We got him for cheap. We get Marlon. I think we're gonna move Marlon like more so to Jalen Ramsey in the star position. He's going to more so guard like bigger tight ends, bigger receivers, slot guys. I think we'll move Marlon around. We get Kyle Hamilton, who's a sideline safety. We also get Marcus Williams, who was, I think, 14 picks in 5 years, something along those lines. Good safety minus that one blunder in Minnesota. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We also, like you said, to bring up the trade, we finessed the Cardinals, take touchdown, drop in Hollywood Brown, and we'll take Tyler Linderbaum, the center I said we were going to draft, who's a road grader. Iowa guy, love Iowa offensive lineman. Bolsters at O-line. You know, we like to run the ball, so that helps. It's pretty much about it as far as those, I think, free agency and drafts. I mean, it was more draft picks I like, but off the top of my head, I can't remember. So, it's according to the schedule, I'm about to pull the schedule up. There's no way I was about to remember all 17 games. We have the Jets to start, which I think that's a W. I don't like Zach Wilson. We might turn him over 2-3 times. The Dolphins, good game. That's going to be a good game. I used to have a joke with my boy J-Mo, who's a Dolphins fan, and that every time we play the Dolphins, that's guaranteed 40-point win. Until last year, they sent the house. Yeah. They man blitzed us all game, and nobody can win their one-on-ones. And we lost that game in Miami on Thursday night. We have the Patriots. It's going to be a dogfight. Belichick is smart. You know, he's going to figure out ways to shut Lamar down and make people, again, have to win their one-on-ones. But losing JC is big for them. We have the Bills, which that's going to be a dogfight. And we want revenge for that second round playoff loss. What was that, 2020?
2019, I think.
2019, 2020. We want revenge for that. The Bengals, that's going to be a dogfight. I told Joe last year, I really like the Bengals now, so I really like that team. So that's a dogfight, both games. Steelers, I think it's going to be a dogfight because I told Javon all the time, no matter what roster the Ravens and Steelers bring into that game, it doesn't matter. No, I've watched one time, I think Charlie Batch beat us in Baltimore.
Yeah.
And I've also watched Ryan Mallett for the Ravens beat the Steelers in Baltimore. So it don't matter what those rosters look like. Those games are always close. We have the Giants, which I think is a win. The Browns is a toss-up because we don't know what's going to happen with Deshaun Watson. And if Deshaun Watson goes down, I'm pretty sure Baker Mayfield is not going to be like, oh, well, I'll step in. I'm pretty sure he's going to have, flip the bird to them. For we had the Bucks, which I think the Ravens played Brady well. So I do have us winning that game, even though the Buccaneers' run defense is really superb. Like I said, we played Brady well, so I think we can pull that one out. I think the Saints will pull that one out going against Jameis. I think we'll be able to turn him over. The Panthers, I don't like Sam Darnold at all. I think we'll pull that out. I think we'll be able to get to Trevor Lawrence. Now, the Broncos might be a game we lose. They coming for revenge after we smoked them last year. The Falcons, I think, is a win. And like I said, I already talked about the Browns and the Steelers. So if I had to come up with a record off of purely Lamar Jackson, we might go 12-5.
Okay.
Like I said, 8-3 with half a football team with Lamar. We get all our players back. We get JK back. We get Gus back. We get Marcus Peters back. We get linebacker LJ Fort, who's a guy that people probably don't know, but he's a key part to our defense. Malik Harrison can be more so in rotation instead of a starter. RIP Jalen Ferguson, but I was hoping he had a breakout season this year. But we got
Y'all
some
not
guys.
going 12-5.
That's cool.
I'm sorry.
That's cool.
That's a little steep, I think. I'll give y'all 10-7.
People didn't think we would be number one in the AFC with losing half a team, and that happened. So
it's a new year, baby. New year, baby.
I know, but my time and time again, Lamar Jackson proves all the haters wrong. When we normally right there, regular season.
That's true.
But yeah, that's all I really had to say. I'm excited though, because like I said, we get a lot of players back. I know a lot of teams got way better, but if we can be 8-3 with half a team going against teams with a fully strengthened team, then I feel like it's the same thing with us getting our full team back and teams getting way better.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you said 12 games?
At the most, 12. At the most.
All right. I mean, like me personally, with Lamar Jackson, anything's possible for real. Like he said, he be winning y'all games on on the strength of his own talent. So I can see that happening. And then y'all were a number one seed with all the injuries y'all had last year. Y'all about to be fully. I mean, anything can happen, but y'all coming into a healthy season. So I think that's a plus for y'all. So, how many wins y'all had last year? 9, right? Yeah, 9 wins.
No, we had 8. We lost every
Hey,
single
8.
game since Lamar got hurt.
8 and 9.
8 and 9. Okay, I remember that. He's 8. All right. So okay, cool. Any rebuttals? Any pushback on what he said? Let's get it. All right, everybody. Let the church say amen. All right, let's get it. So look, all right, so look, we're gonna just move on to the next person. Third place in the division. A lot going on in that franchise. Whole lot going on in that franchise. I mean, you got Baker saga. You brought in Deshaun Watson. I mean, he said he's innocent, and then he paid off over 20 women. Right? So we don't know what the situation is gonna be, but although you removed a quarterback, it's still a talented team. Yeah, I had Amari Cooper. Yeah, I did a lot of stuff in the offseason. So let's talk to me, Tay. Talk to me about the Browns. What they gonna do this year?
Well, this is the thing. Far as the drama surrounding the franchise, Joe, I feel like there's a lot of drama surrounding the division as a whole. So with that being said, far as what we're going to do, I think we're going to do pretty much what we're expected to do, far as the cards we're being dealt. And with that being said, I think that it comes down to what Deshaun Watson's situation is going to be dealt. Far as is he's going to be suspended for a whole season? Is it going to be 6 to 8 games? Is it going to be 4 games? Once we find that out, then we could fully predict on what the Browns should be able to do. But far as right now, it's going to be up in the air until we know. But if we're going off of a 8 suspension season, then I feel as though that the Browns still have just as much as a chance as anybody else in the division. You got the Ravens who they pretty much don't know, or Lamar Jackson don't know what he want to do far as a contract. So that's a lot of confusion going into him and that whole franchise right there in itself. You got the Steelers who don't have a quarterback. They got great coaching, but they don't have a quarterback, and they don't even know what they want to really do. As far as the Bengals, I'm not too much sold on the Bengals, even after a Super Bowl run. Even after all of that one in the division, I'm not too sold for the simple fact that they had one of the easiest schedules. They just placed last. Coming up this season, they have a very hard schedule, so we'll see. Far as us, I'll tackle the Baker Mayfield situation. I think it was a thing where we didn't go fully on Baker Mayfield because we switched general managers. We had John Dorsey who drafted Baker Mayfield. That was his guy. Now we have Andrew Berry. He don't really care for Baker Mayfield. So he's going to always look to move on. And if you have a quarterback available with talent like Deshaun Watson, of course you're going to try to jump on that. Anybody is going to try to land on that, even with the legal situations that's going on. So I believe that we could manage the first half or the first quarter of the season without Deshaun Watson with Jacoby Brissett, because if we're being honest, Jacoby Brissett is an A+ backup quarterback. And with our top tier running game, we could go 4-4 on an 8-game suspension from Deshaun Watson. When he gets back, depending on how much of the playbook he knows and how comfortable he is with our whole scheme, I feel as though we can push to 11-6 by the end of the season. And I feel as though the defensive side of the ball, early on in the season, last season, our defense really wasn't, doing what they were supposed to do. Our secondary didn't play good as they could have, but I believe it's a good secondary. You got Denzel Ward, just got his payday, so he's looking to make some noise. You got Greg Newsome, his second year, he's looking to prove that he belongs. You got Greedy Williams coming off a bunch of injuries, and he's believing he can do some things because there's other young guys that we've drafted that's coming along. Myles Garrett, that's my big one. I believe that we all know what Myles Garrett can do. But I also believe that it's another level Myles Garrett can tap into. And I also believe that this season coming up, he will get Defensive Player of the Year.
That's good. Okay.
And if Deshaun Watson do not
be
get
wrong.
an indefinite season suspension and he can make it back within 6 to 8 games, you guys will see Cleveland Browns in the playoffs. Now, I won't go as far as saying a Super Bowl push, but we will be back there.
I know you got pushback, Carl.
I just wanted to push back on the Lamar Jackson contract
Yeah.
issue. Lamar Jackson making $23 million this year.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all seen like the type of guy Lamar Jackson is, he doesn't care about that stuff. He just want to ball. His mother is his agent, for crying out loud. Like, he don't care. He just want to ball. He know the Ravens going to take care of him. Let's ball. And after the season, then we'll take care of it. I think Lamar going to be a Raven for life.
Yeah, I would say. I would say.
I don't think so, Carl. My bad, Tay. I don't think he don't care about the money because at the end of the day, you a quarterback. You a guy that runs. Like, he get injured, man. He not gonna. You know what I mean? He want a long-term secure contract, and that's what he's looking for from y'all.
I'm not saying he don't care about the money. What I'm saying is he don't care when it get done, as long as it gets done. Like, he don't care to get it done this second. And for the running part to get injured, he got hurt against the Browns in the pocket. For all the running he got hurt in the pocket. Like, he knows how to take hits when he's scrambling on design runs. If you look at Lamar play, he barely gets big hitted. Most of the time, it's like he angles himself to where he barely get him down, or like he'll get out of bounds 9 times out of 10. I'm
not saying he is really good at that. I'm just saying there's a possibility. That's all.
I mean, that's true. But like I said, I don't think he's in a rush to get it done. Yeah, he want it done, but he's not like, I need it done this second. Right now, I'm holding out.
I will say that he's in a position where I think he needs to get it done, because you have Joe Burrow, who just made a Super Bowl push. We know he's getting paid. You have Cleveland Browns, who just kind of made history and kind of ruined the quarterback market, who's guaranteed $230 million to a quarterback that I believe Lamar Jackson feels as though he has the same type of talent. Mm-hmm. And Steelers just came off of their franchise quarterback, so they're looking, and I'm pretty sure if they find one, they'll pay him too. So Lamar Jackson, he don't want to feel left behind. He wants to get that payday.
But hold on, but the Ravens want to sign him, right? He just holding up the contract talks, right?
I don't think it's not enough.
John Harbaugh has said like they have tried, but he's
waiting. I think he's waiting. I think what he's doing is he's anticipating the market. That's what I think he's doing. Like, he's waiting until next year to get more money.
Bet on himself.
Yeah,
he's getting $23 million this year. That's a lot of money for you to still be in your rookie contract because he picked up his option and he got the MVP and all that.
Yeah, I think that's what he's doing. I think he's gonna be a Raven. You feel me? I mean, he's just not. I think I'll wait till the next offseason to sign his contract to redo it.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think that we're in no worries of not having Lamar being a Raven. It's not like I said, it's not like he's disgruntled. It's not like he's saying, man, I'm trying to get this contract and the Ravens not moving. It's him. He just want ball. That's just him as a guy. And that's why I love Lamar.
They still need to pay someone to pass the ball to.
And it's not like it's not like he need to get paid this year. Like I said, he getting $23 million. He not tripping.
No, he said
if he get hurt,
bro, pay someone.
If he get hurt, bro, he's not gonna get paid no more.
Hold on. See, and another thing y'all not looking at is what organization he went to. The Ravens are different than most other organizations. We pay our players, like, to be honest, the Ed Reed situation. He didn't leave because he wasn't getting paid. He left to go play with I think Rex Ryan was still with the Jets or something at the time. We pay our players. Yeah, we paid Ronnie Stanley off of what? Achilles or something like that. Some major injury. We still paid him.
Yeah, I played Joe Flacco too.
But
he won a Super Bowl, to understand.
Yeah, I was about to say that he won a Super Bowl, and I think he declined money bet on himself.
He played good though. I'm not gonna lie, he played good.
But real quick, I want to go back to the Browns. I know you. So the NFL is trying to come down hard on Deshaun Watson. They're trying to give him a year suspension for real. Yeah, that's what I saw. So what do you think? Because I mean, I like y'all backup. You feel me? I think y'all a talented team.
I want to put that on that too.
You take away your quarterback, y'all got a talented team. You feel me? and Deshaun Watson is make y'all a great team if he's the same Deshaun Watson that we know him to be. But Jacoby Brissett, right, is y'all backup, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So if he's out for the year, where do you see y'all landing then?
I would see us going about 9-8, and or 500. Well, it's not possible to go 500, so I would say 9-8.
8,
So
9, 9, 8.
I say that because I believe that, like I said, Jacoby Brissett is a top tier backup quarterback, and I believe we arguably will have a top 5 defense with a top 3 running game. And if you put him in there to just manage the game, I mean, from my perspective, Baker Mayfield is no better than Jacoby Brissett. So, you know, if he could manage the games, and you know, our schedule not that hard. You know, we only have about 6 top tier teams that we play this season, and I got us losing about 4 of those games. So if he could just manage those games and win off our running game, then it'll be the same thing as last year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Jacoby Brissett is top tier. I give him a B, but A plus I think is a stretch.
Come on, backup.
Yeah,
Backup.
I know. I've watched
What's
him
an A
back
plus
in Miami.
backup though? What's a A plus backup to you?
That's a good question because
Taylor
I wouldn't
Huntley,
go Tyler
honestly.
Huntley in it because I mean Tyler Huntley played great the 6 games, but it's only 6 games.
Yeah.
All he did was run the ball for real.
Huh?
All he was doing was running for real. Like,
That's not true. Did you watch the Packers game?
No, he played good. They just
Yeah.
he
kind
played
of
good the
finished.
Packers game, but a lot of games he was
The
pretty,
Rams game he threw the ball well.
Yeah, I think Huntley played good. Y'all just gonna finish our games.
Yeah,
off.
we
Like,
didn't.
it was
Our
close.
defense kept giving up leads. Right against y'all, Tyler Huntley threw the ball well. And Hollywood dropped so many dang on game winning or get first down pass. Man, I think Huntley is a really good backup, but to be honest, that is a good question. I can't think of an A plus backup in the league today, but I think Jacoby Brissett is a B as a backup.
I think that's still good though with that team
Yeah.
though, for real. Like I like the Browns have a talented roster
They do
all around.
I think they have a top 10 defense.
We
Not
Yeah, I don't think it's top 3.
We've been
Top
talented.
five.
They were top 5 last year, I think though.
Yeah, we've been talented on paper for a couple years now.
Yeah,
It's kind of running old. So it's like even you just got to think. Just to last year, we had Odell and Jarvis Landry. You know, now we have Amari Cooper, but at the same time, we still have no boundary second wide receiver. So at that point, it's like, what are we gonna do? Now Odell's still out there, so maybe.
But Odell not going
Then
back.
y'all lose Higgins. Ain't Higgins going?
Yeah, he played.
Higgins went to the Panthers.
Yeah.
They got. I think I try to make Donovan Peoples-Jones the second receiver, right?
Oh, yeah, Peoples-Jones. I like him too. He played good.
He went to Michigan. So.
Now there's a rumor lingering around that maybe if Seattle can't come to a contract agreement with DK, then be in the trade package for Baker Mayfield.
Now DK staying. He already embraced the leadership role for that team. I think he's staying. You know, these contract talks are overrated, man. Like that Kyrie situation, I knew he was gonna stay. Like the contract talks, you can't think just because they don't come up with a contract right now that they're leaving. It's all business. But DK ain't going nowhere.
That's what I'm saying about Lamar. Just hint.
Yeah, that's true. But at that wide receiver position, you can't lead no team if you ain't got no quarterback.
that's true.
I kind of want to see what Drew Lock gonna do. Drew Lock ain't had no DK and Tyler Lockett.
Yeah.
He ain't had them, but he had some good, decent receivers. He was
but DK and Tyler Lockett ain't decent. They really good.
We'll see what he do though. You know, they got bad offensive line too there, so
that is very true.
We'll definitely.
They do. They whole offense is bad. They had no running back. I don't like their running back to do the dreads. What's his name? I don't like him. I don't think he's good.
The whole team is 50-50.
Hold on, Kenneth Walker. Oh, you talking about Kenneth Walker?
No, he talking about the other dude. What's his name? I had him on the fantasy team one game.
I don't like him though.
No, that's not his starter though. They starter is Carson.
I forgot Carson. It was out for the year.
He was like,
I looked at
that. Carson's tough.
Yeah, he might not start the season though. He still might be hurt.
But they don't have an offensive line like Tay said. Their defense has always been bad. You know, since they pay Russ. But they'll build it up over the. They got a lot of picks from the Broncos, so they'll build that thing up over the years. But
I'm sorry, Tay. Y'all gonna be on the bottom of the division this year, player. Y'all gonna be on the bottom of the division this year. I'm sorry, Tay. I gotta break it to you now, man.
Listen, we gotta see until that news from the NFL come down. If they suspend them a whole season, I give it to y'all. If it's only 6 to 8 games, we gotta see.
I just wanted to explain why I said they'd be a top 10 and not a top 5 defense. The reason why I said that is because the Chargers defense got way better. The Raiders defense got way better. We getting our defense back, so we're not playing 5th and 6th string corners. So that's already 3 teams that's getting, in my opinion, way better defenses. You got the Colts still right there. The Steelers normally have a great defense. Now, I give them that. The Steelers will always have a great defense, no matter what.
Oh, we coming strong this year for sure.
But those 2 teams in the AFC West, you name, they got all play each other, and it's all high power offenses. You look at that too. So they got to play the Broncos twice. They got to play Charlie. Got to play the Chiefs twice. They got to play the Raiders twice. So and then y'all division. I mean, I don't see the Steelers being bunch of yards gaining team. You know what I mean? The Browns gonna be a great game management team, and then y'all can be a high fire. But one thing about the Ravens, y'all are, like, since that MVP season, y'all are night and day. I don't know what to expect from y'all going into every single Sunday. One Sunday, y'all can look like y'all played the Raiders last year, and I couldn't even recognize Lamar Jackson. And they got turned around and played the Colts, and he looked like an MVP. I'm like, what's going on with y'all? So,
but Lamar Jackson did lead that field goal. Should have been game-winning field goal drive, and the defense gave up like 40 yards in 30 seconds.
Yeah, I know you blame the defense, but he did have a bunch of bad throws that game. I remember crazy. I remember tweeting constantly, Lamar, what kind of throw? Lamar. So he kind of put y'all in that position. Y'all shouldn't have had to rely, because the Raiders didn't even play good that game. They played good at the end of the game. They played terrible the whole game.
Didn't they go to overtime?
Yeah.
Derrick played terrible that game, but then he made it up in the fourth quarter. So the only team right now I see that I can see be consistent at the whole year are the Bengals. To be honest with y'all, are the Bengals. All right, because they got better. They actually buffered their offensive line, which is their biggest problem. They still got all their key weapons. And they all young, so they all growing together. So, and they just got that Super Bowl run. So, but a lot of times people that lose Super Bowl, they do terrible the next year though. That's like a trend. So
I think they got lucky last year. They played the Titans. The Titans sacked them so many times. But Tannehill was so trash, he couldn't win the game. Like, literally, he was so trash. I'm not saying luck, you know what I mean? Like, they had a good run last year. I give them that, and I respect them a lot. No, don't get me wrong. They had some weapons. I like Joe Burrow a lot. I ain't gonna say too much. I'm gonna let you do your thing. But
one thing they did, they dominated our division.
Yeah, but it's a whole new. I go ahead. Wait till I talk about my squad. Man.
All right, get it. You got it. All right.
I still have more teams to put about the Browns defense too.
All right,
like the Rams and 49ers.
All right, so look, before we go, all right, make sure y'all like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you guys share this video with somebody that you know so they can come on and watch live with us. Use that comment section. We can see all the comments you guys are putting down. We appreciate that. So leave a comment and communicate. And I'm about to leave on. Somebody just left a comment. Boom. Appreciate that. All right.
I'm not biased. I give everybody credit.
That's about even.
All right, cool. So let's get it. All right. So now we to the Pittsburgh. Now look, Pittsburgh, everybody, including myself, counted Pittsburgh out. I remember making a video about Pittsburgh making the playoffs, and Javon commented was like, "You gonna eat those words?" All right. Yep. And not only that, they made the playoffs. They didn't do well in the playoffs, but they got there with noodle arm Ben Roethlisberger. All right.
Noodle arm Big Ben.
Say thank you to Hollywood Brown, Vaughn.
Thank y'all. And not only that, they had a defensive player of the year, TJ Watt, who actually tied the sack record. Was it Michael Strahan, right? They tied Michael Strahan's sack record, right? So while missing a game and a half. So 2.5 games, I think.
One game and a half.
Game and a half, right? So Javon, talk to me about the Steelers. Also, Javon is a duo analyst of the year too, by the way.
Oh yeah, I gotta have my plaque with me, but it's over there. I don't feel like getting up. But listen, first of all, I want to say, fellas, It's been a long run. We've been the best division. Oh, my baby got me. There we go. I'm gonna sit him
Must be nice.
But you know, we used to be the best division in football. But we might lose that title, y'all. AFC West looking sweet. I'm not gonna lie. They looking sweet this year. I'm not gonna lie. But to the Steelers, last year, you know, we had Big Ben. We was holding on to Big Ben, and he couldn't really push the ball downfield. We had a sorry O-line, and he couldn't move. So it was just bad. Like it was. Our wide receivers had to work so hard just to get open. Not even get open, but to make a play because he's throwing the ball 10 yards. They got to separate from their guy and then beat their guy. It was just too much for him, you know. But I do like what I saw out of Deontay Johnson. Over 100 catches, only 3 drops. My rookie tight end, Pat Pyramouth, 7 touchdowns. Red zone target, he's crazy at that. Chase Claypool, I like him. I don't like his character as much. He plays around. He's like real childish. He's like kind of the Juju kind of guy. He TikToks and all that kind of stuff. Rest in peace, Dwayne Haskins. But when he passed away, he was on Instagram crying on the screen. Like he just one of those attention seeker type of guys. But recently in a podcast, I heard him say he thinks he's the top 3 receiver. He's taking on the leadership role of the receivers in the locker room. So I want to see what he's going to do. Now, the biggest thing I'm excited for this year are my draft picks. We've picked up George Pickens, which is a steal. I think Kenny Pickett was a good pickup for us as well. But I think what I'm most excited about is Calvin, the kid out of Memphis. He has blazing speed. We haven't had a guy like that on our team since I don't know when. A guy that can just get the ball. There we go. Thank you, Joe. And it was times where Mike Wallace, he throw a pass across the middle, he taking it to the house. Now we have that type of threat. And with quarterbacks like Mitch Trubisky and Kenny Pickett, who aren't proven at all. No, Pickett is a rookie. Mitch Trubisky, I believe he did take the Bears to the playoffs one year. He never really had a great system around him, you know. We have a great coach in Mike Tomlin. I have a question mark on my offensive coordinator, Canada. I have a real question mark on him, to be honest. But from what I'm hearing and a lot of the talk from the players, they're liking the style of play we're playing. We're picking the pace up a lot, you know. With Big Ben, we played a real old-fashioned type of football, you know. A lot of running, a lot of just traditional things. With this, we're gonna do a lot of run RPOs, play action, things like that. We have a lot of young guys that can play. I really love Najee Harris. We buffered up our offensive line a bit. I'm not saying it's top 5, top 10, nothing like that.
Yeah.
I'm just very curious on what they're gonna look like compared to last year. I think it's gonna be a way better upgrade. And with guys like Mitch Trubisky and Kenny Pickett, who are very mobile, I think that's gonna help. Because we got guys that can get open. Deontay Johnson, he's a great route runner. The only reason why Big Ben threw him the ball all the time, he was open all the time. Like literally every play, the dude's wide open. But Big Ben just couldn't hit every pass. All we need is a guy that can hit open targets. And I think our offense is gonna be a lot better than what everybody thinks. It's gonna be a lot more balanced. Like we had to work Najee Harris so hard last year, like so hard. He was getting dump offs from Ben because Ben couldn't move. He about to get sacked, dump it all to Najee. But this year we got more mobile guys. We have a lot more. Our receiving core hasn't been this deep since we had like Emmanuel Sanders, Antonio Brown, and all those guys. Like it's deep now. So I'm very excited about what we're gonna do. Defensive end, we added. Thank you, Tez. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that D tackle. I think that's a fair swap because you know y'all got Mike Hilton from us. So I appreciate that, I must say. I also like Levi Wallace from the Bills. He's leaving I think they were number 1 pass defense last year, I believe. Top defensive team.
Yeah, I think those numbers were skewed by that Patriots game, though, in my opinion.
They did run the whole game. You're right about that. The only thing I can say about that is once Tre'Davious White got hurt last year, he stepped in and the numbers didn't really drop. Like it stayed pretty consistent. So I'm excited that we brought him aboard. I think that's going to help our cornerbacks out a lot. And our D-line is already, we had the defensive player of the year. Like, we picked up Miles Jack. And the number one thing about our defense that's going to make us better, I know you're shaking your head, Carl, because you know what I'm about to say.
No, I hate that I like the Miles Jack pickup.
Yeah, that was nice. Him and Devin Bush, I think that's gonna help Devin Bush get back into his form.
Maybe
But
Robert Spillane.
the biggest thing I like is we
Sure.
got Brian Flores as our defensive coordinator.
And
that is a big, crucial piece to our team, I feel like, especially our defense. It's going to make our defense a lot better. He's a respectable coach. The guys respect him. He has they're going to listen to him and things like that. So I'm very excited about this team, to be honest. I was happy. I was going to be crying if Big Ben came back another year, man. I was going to cry. I'm not going to lie. But I'm so happy about all the moves we're making. And these young guys, man, they're excited to play football. You know what I'm saying? They're excited to be together, learn together, grow together. And Mike Tomlin, one of the best coaches ever, top 3 coach in the league right now. We never had a losing record. And so only up from here, I feel like. Last year we played the Chiefs in the playoffs. If y'all watched that game, the first half, we was there. Our offense was trash.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I couldn't blame Big Ben that game. Our receivers were dropping passes left and right. But Big Ben just can't push the ball downfield. So you can play our offense a certain way. Now you can't do that. We can go deep on you. We got Kenny Pickens now. We got receivers. And now I feel like we don't have great quarterbacks, but we got quarterbacks that can get them the ball better than Ben could at that later year that he did. So their skills are going to be on the higher showcase. So I'm very excited about this year. Just like Carl, though, our schedule, it's a lot of up in the air games, man. It's only 3 for sure wins to me this year. And every other game is up in the air. So for me, I'm going to be very, I'm going to say we probably can get 11-6 at the highest, just based off what I'm seeing and hearing right now. But it can definitely change, because once I see how my rookies are playing and how my defense is playing, I really think we can win this division again and be back on top. Even though we don't have Big Ben no more or no superstar quarterback, our team is just as good as, or even better than everybody else's team in this division. Our cornerbacks are good now, on both ends. And we also got good receivers, running back is top. I think we got the best running back in our division. Joe Mixon is nice.
Whoa, Nick Chubb.
Nick
Chubb nice too. Nick Chubb nice too, but
we got Joe Mixon.
He the third best.
Back there too now.
He the best, bro. Joe Mixon I think Joe Mixon is a little better. I would pick him over Chubb only because Chubb doesn't catch the ball that much out the backfield. Kareem Hunt does a lot of that for y'all. He's more of y'all pass catcher out the backfield, and Chubb is more of y'all power runner. He's the best runner with the ball. I'll give you that. But I'm just talking about running back, period. Najee Harris is a great blocker, great pass catcher. The guy can juke. He was second in break tackles last year. He does everything, literally. So
with no offensive line too, and Nick Chubb got one of the best.
Terrible offensive line. So you got to look at all that. And quarterback come push the ball downfield, so they pressing up. So all that matters. So I feel like this year with a way better offensive line, we're gonna be good.
Somebody could look this up, but didn't Nick Chubb lead the league in rushing his rookie year when the Browns were sorry? Somebody could look it up. He might have been top 5.
When was his rookie year? When was his rookie year?
No, he didn't.
I don't think so.
Was he top 5? I know Nick Chubb, since he came in this league, has been tops in rushing.
He has. Listen, I'm not saying he's not tight. I'm not going to discredit the guy. I'm just saying all around, Joe Mixon, he catches the ball out the backfield way more. The Browns play with 2 backs, so Chubb is more of the power runner, and Hunt is more of the pass catcher out the backfield. I'm not going to say he's not tight.
Even on another team, Hunt first string is arguably would be top 10 running backs in the league as well.
Yeah,
see what he did with the Chiefs.
Yeah,
he's tight. I like Kareem Hunt. He's nice. I'm just saying the fact that he had those 2 running backs out there, Nick Chubb doesn't do as much. All he really does is run. So
I see you saying. But what's gonna make somebody say in the comments gonna make it break y'all is y'all O-line.
I agree. Like I said, we picked up a lot of guys.
Mm-hmm.
You can probably scheme it though with the mobility of those quarterbacks. You can probably scheme the O-line to be not as bad.
Exactly, because Ben couldn't move. That's a big reason why too, though. Ben could not move. Literally, the dude was. I can hop on 1 foot faster than he can run. That's how slow he was. It was bad. It was bad. I was so upset. It was bad. He couldn't. It was bad. So
I got
just Jacoby Brissett can do something. I feel like our guys can do something as well. Go ahead, Carl.
I would take that. I would take that only for the simple fact that their quarterbacks are still kind of young. They still got potential and still have a chance. That's the only reason.
If you hear what a lot of people say at my bad, Carl, about Mr. Trubisky at Buffalo, they said the guy's a true professional. The way he's a leader, they speak highly of the guy, and that's the main reason why Levi Wallace came to us because
I was about to say that somebody came to y'all because of Mr. Trubisky. I was like, what?
The right system will help every time.
I don't think I don't think he's a bum like everybody think he is. I just think he's just an okay guy. You know, he's had like a game with the Bears. He had like 5 touchdowns. You know what I mean? So, yes, that's what he is. He's not going to win you a game, but he's not going to.
I was gonna say it hurts him that he was selected 2nd overall, and they traded up to get him, and they passed on guys like Deshaun Watson. I think in that draft. I can't remember if Mahomes was in that draft or not off the top. So that's what really hurts him the most. That's why people think he's as bad as they think he is, because they feel like, why would you reach for a guy like that?
Lamar was in that draft too, right?
No, Lamar was in the draft with Josh Allen and Baker Mayfield.
Well, they traded up for him and brought him no help at the same time. You can't trade up for a guy and bring in no help at the same time. He had no veteran help, no other healthy help that he could possibly have on his team.
Well, I think the year, and again, I could be wrong. The year I think they made the playoffs, didn't they get Allen Robinson?
They did.
Yeah, they had Allen Robinson. I don't think Darnell Mooney was there yet. Yeah, that might have been it because people don't like Anthony Miller.
You guys think?
I like Allen Robinson.
Okay, go ahead, Zach.
You guys think the Steelers are going to sit Pickett the whole season?
No.
Mr. Trubisky?
No.
I really don't know, to be honest.
They spent the 1st round draft pick on this guy. He's the guy. They're going to put him in.
I think they're going to maybe halfway through the season.
I think it depends on how Mitch do, though. If he does well, there's not going to be no reason to put him in, you know? But if he's not performing, then definitely they're going to make that switch.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know, because we just saw the 49ers last year draft, second pick of the draft, and he didn't play the whole year until what's name got hurt. So I think I think Mike Tomlin, he's a professional, and I don't think they're going to sign Mitchell to Trubisky, give him that money just to put him on the bench. But you never know, though, because we saw Russell Wilson beat out Flynn in the offseason after he got paid. You feel me? So it's
he got paid off one game, and it was against the Lions.
No. He got paid when they played
the Lions.
Patriots. They played the Patriots, and he was balling when Aaron Rodgers got hurt. I think he played the Patriots. Was it the Patriots? I think it was the
Lions last game of the season that got him paid when he threw for
No.
We got talking about it.
He got Matt Flynn. He got a lot of touchdowns that game, but in that same season, he took the Patriots to, I think the Patriots to the distance. It was supposed to be Aaron Rodgers against Tom Brady, but Aaron Rodgers got hurt, and Matt Flynn was balling.
I do remember that. He did. I remember that.
And it was a prime time game. I remember that. But anyways, Matt Flynn and Russ is the same situation as Pickett and Trubisky, in my opinion. So it all depends on how what's he called?
Yeah. I think Pickett ready though. I do too. I personally think he's ready. So
I thought he was the second best quarterback in the draft.
Huh?
I thought he was the second best quarterback in the draft.
I mean,
I agree.
That's a lot.
I think
the only reason I had Matt Corral over.
This is a weak draft class. The draft class was pretty trash.
Yeah,
yeah, it was though.
All right, y'all.
Receivers.
Go ahead.
I got a question.
Come on, man. Stop disrespecting Washington. Go ahead, Carl.
I like how you try to slip that Mitch Trubisky led them to the playoffs when like they didn't have a top 10 defense with Khalil Mack in them that year.
Oh, yeah, with
he was definitely Rex Grossman.
But look, though,
defense with TJ Watt on our team.
We just about to say
no. But what I'm saying is, I like how you didn't get a best defense credit.
I don't have to. Everybody knows that. You know, I'm just saying he's a guy with. If you have a decent team, he can get you to the playoffs. That was my whole reason by saying that. And we have way better weapons than these guys too. Than the Bears.
And I hope Levi Wallace does good for y'all because I don't think he's good. I think he's solid. Like he's straight too. I think Teron Johnson was better than him.
All right, go ahead. My bad, Joe. Go ahead.
Let's move on to the AFC no chance. All right.
All right. Keep saying that, Joe. I
got to.
Ain't nobody like the team.
I gotta give y'all props though. Y'all balled out last year. I give y'all.
Just like take the crown. I gotta keep saying it. You feel me? So
I really like Joe Burrow too, man. I ain't gonna lie.
All right, so before we go to the last segment, make sure y'all like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Share with somebody so they could come on and watch us live. We on the last stretch of the show, so get them on. It's probably the best stretch of the show. And use that comment section. We can see all the comments you guys are putting down. We appreciate it. Keep it coming, and enjoy the rest of the show. All right. So look, let's get to the AFC North champions. They went from worst to first. Matter of fact, all right. So Joe Burrow almost pulled off, I believe, one of the best 3-year stretches in football history. I mean, your man won a Heisman Trophy, right? And then, matter of fact, two 4-season stretch. Let's say that. Won a Heisman Trophy and then went to the Super Bowl his first 4 season in the NFL. That's like amazing right there. All right, so Tez, talk to me. What y'all gonna do this year? Are y'all gonna follow it up and run it back and make it back to Super Bowl? Y'all gonna win the division again? Talk to me.
I say we win the division again. I'm looking at an 11 to 12 win season. I'm leaning towards 12 wins. The Bengals, the biggest problem with the Bengals last year was the offensive line. Yes. That was the glaring hole in their team. They've upgraded the offensive line in the offseason. They signed 3 free agents in the offseason to upgrade the offensive line. So that's not going to be the same issue that they had. But for the horrible offensive line play, they win the Super Bowl. Like that last, if they could just hold Aaron Donald off for like a split second longer, they win the Super Bowl because Jamar Chase is wide open. The cornerback fell down and he's wide open. He goes and scores a touchdown. We won the Super Bowl. But anyway, as far as the rest of the only other player, the Bengals bring back every player on their team. They bring back the whole team. The only guy that leaves that kind of concerns me, and this might be a little bit of a shocker, is the tight end CJ Uzoma. Yeah, he was a locker room guy, and people in the locker room loved him. They respected him, and so that kind of concerns me a little bit about the team chemistry.
Yeah.
Jesse Bates is currently going through a contract dispute. The Bengals put the franchise tag on him. He wants to get paid, but then they go back in the draft and they draft some safeties. So they basically drafted his replacement. So I don't know what's going to happen this season. I don't know if he's going to play disgruntled. A lot of guys on the team like him. He's a locker room guy. So we'll see what happens with that situation. But those are the 2 things that concern me. But I mean, it's the safety, which you can kind of make up for that a little bit, and the tight end, and you can kind of make up for that a little bit. I think the Bengals have the best quarterback in the division in Joe Burrow.
Okay, that's good. That was my ending question. Go ahead.
Let's stay in Ohio. We'll go up 71 North, go to Cleveland. All right, so Deshaun Watson is going to be suspended for a year. I'm pretty sure he's going to be suspended for a year. The NFL has to make a statement. It's too political. They gotta make a strong statement. He's going to be suspended for a year, and I just don't know where that leaves the Browns. And even if he's not suspended, when's the last time Deshaun Watson has played a game? So I think even if he comes back, I think there might be a few losses just off of rust. Mm-hmm. He hasn't played in a couple of years. I mean, if we get to the Steelers, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with the Kenny Pickett situation. Let's say Kenny Pickett ends up being a starter. I think there's some growing pains with Kenny Pickett just being a rookie. I mean, this is a hard leap to come into. He wasn't like a Joe Burrow coming out of college where he was like the man. He was a true number 1 overall or first round draft pick. In any other draft, Kenny Pickett doesn't go in the first round. It was an incredibly weak draft for quarterbacks. I mean, Kenny Pickett's probably a 3rd round draft pick in any other draft year. Najee Harris, I agree with Kivo. I don't know who the Kivo guy is, but he's been commenting a lot. Kevin. Yeah, Kivo's right about Najee Harris, man. I don't know how much into college football you guys are, but if you watch Najee Harris at Alabama, man, he was a man amongst boys. I mean, the guy, he probably has the most talent out of any running back in the division. The problem with the Steelers last year, the offensive line was terrible, and I mean nobody can block. I mean nobody can run the football if you don't have any type of block, and you can't even breathe. And so I think if Pickett is the starter, they're going to lean heavy on Najee Harris, and so then they become one dimensional, and so I think that's going to limit the Steelers.
That's not. I'm sorry, I don't want to cut you off like that. I just wanted to rebuttal on that. I've been hearing all off season, all camp that's not the case. I mean, he is our workhorse back that is gonna get most of the snaps, but we're not gonna use him as much as last year because we have a mobile quarterback now. But you go ahead.
All right, and so sticking with the running back situation, I think something that's not talked about. I think probably the biggest aid to Lamar Jackson is J.K. Dobbins. For Lamar Jackson to operate how he needs to operate, he needs a strong running game.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he doesn't have a strong running game, the whole defense just focuses in on him. And I sometimes wonder how far Lamar Jackson can take the Ravens, considering his first inclination is to run the football. And so
lately that hasn't been true though.
I know he's made a concerted effort to try to become more of a pocket passer. But I don't know if he has enough to take him to that next level. But I do think the Ravens secondary is the best in the division, especially with the new signing and the drafting of Kyle Hamilton, which I think Kyle Hamilton's good. He has some games sometimes at Notre Dame where I was like, I don't know, but I do think once he gets coached up in Baltimore, I think he'll be fine. Let me see if I had any more other notes that I did.
Kyle Hamilton's rangy.
He is rangy, but at the end of the day, I think the Bengals win the division. I think the Bengals make another deep run in the playoffs. Yes, they have a tough schedule, but teams change from year to year in the NFL. I mean, from the first to last in the NFL, I mean, it's not that big of a difference. So you need to be good and you need a little luck. So that's pretty much it.
I just wanted to say that Najee Harris is probably going to be the best back in the division, but as of now, it's not. I like he said, I watch college football a lot, and when I seen him hurdle that guy at Notre Dame,
that's just because the offensive line is trash. But go ahead.
He still had 1,200 yards last year with an trash offensive line.
Yeah, no, he's good. I just think Nick Chubb is the best back.
Nick Chubb is definitely the best back.
Man, Najee is a freak of nature. Najee Harris is the best
runner of the football. I give him that.
But real quick,
I said that.
Joe Burrow being the best quarterback in the.
I got pushed back for that too.
No, definitely not. Even with Deshaun Watson year off, his last year he still threw for 4,800 yards, 33 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. That's impeccable.
I'm not giving it to either one. Y'all know who I'm rocking with.
Well, Joe Burrow led a team to a Super Bowl with a historically bad offensive line. Yeah. The offensive line was horrible.
Yeah, but he also had a guy who was his third receiver, who's a 1,000-yard guy.
Right.
But that goes to show you how good Joe Burrow is.
His running back had 1,000 yards too, I believe, didn't he?
Defense was a little nice too.
Joe Mixon was an All-Pro.
I told Joe that Bengals defense is very overlooked.
Yeah, they really is.
But the defense is nice. You got Hendrickson and you got Hubbard as the bookend defensive ends. They're not the guys who'll get the headlines, but they're solid guys.
I like Logan Wilson too.
That's true. Yeah. And can I please rebuttal the Ravens secondary thing? I will say that
y'all up there with us.
Jamar Chase was a rookie last year.
Oh, yeah.
I believe the Ravens inside of the division, the Ravens was the only one who allowed him to get 100.
Yeah, our secondary was destroyed last year.
They had a cornerbacks.
Yeah, we was trying out. We was trying out Anthony Avery.
That's true. But
they got rid of that bomb. I'm not calling him bomb. They got rid of him though. He was getting scorched. But
we was trying out people we were signing off the street to come play corner.
Yeah,
starting.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, look, Taz. So look, I got to push back on the Joe Burrow. All right, I like the Bengals as a whole, right? But I do think out of everybody in that division, he has the best weapons. I really do. And
By
then
far.
I don't think that it was Joe Burrow's magic that got you out to the Super Bowl. Oh man, I might feel him. I don't think it was his magic that got you out to the Super Bowl. He did a great job of, making the right play here and there. But y'all defense definitely stepped up in that playoff run. What y'all did to the Titans, the Titans didn't do nothing to y'all the whole game. It was a whole defensive game. That had nothing to do with really Joe Burrow.
Oh yeah, I agree with you, and that's because the offensive line is so trash. The offense wasn't able to find any type of rhythm. The defense did play great, and that's a credit to the defensive coordinator Lou Anarumo. I mean, he put a great game plan in, especially that second half of the Chiefs game. I mean, I think I said this the first time I was on. If you look at the scouting, the draft scouting report on Patrick Mahomes, everything that they said was negative about Patrick Mahomes in the scouting report, he did in that game, and they exposed all of his flaws. And so, I mean, once you read that scouting report and then you look at that game, you start to really question Patrick Mahomes, like, how great is he? And I know that's low key blasphemous, but
no, you're right.
Yeah,
no, you really do.
Yeah, he right after the show, he sent me the scouting report, and I think I told you, Carl, was like everything he sent me happened in that game, literally. Like
I got pushed back too though, because I know why I'm going with Lamar. Name one guy Lamar's ever had that's been half as good as any receiver that all y'all number ones are.
He got the best tight end though.
That's okay, but that was this year, and he was hurt for half that year.
Even since he's been in the league, has Lamar Andrews been with him?
Lamar had a top 2 tight end, and he also had a top 5 deep threat wide receiver.
Kelsey and Kittle.
Hold on, Tay. Time out. You say he had a top 2 deep threat receiver in the league?
No, top 5.
You mean the guy that drops passes?
Marquise Brown was the top 5 deep threat.
No, he not. He can't catch the ball.
No, I'm not with you on that one. I'm sorry.
He dropped 3 touchdowns, 3 against the Lions, wide open, nobody near him, on the money.
Look, I'm with Carl. I'm gonna go with for real though. See, the only reason why I'm not going to Deshaun Watson because I don't know how he gonna look. But if I know how he gonna look, I'm going with Deshaun Watson. It's the best quarterback in your division. But I'm gonna have to go with Lamar because he's right. Lamar is like Steph Curry, bro, with the Warriors. You got to make magic for them to win sometime. That's how Lamar is. And Joe Burrow never had to really make magic for y'all to win. I can't say the same thing Deshaun's the only question mark guy. And the Steelers, y'all not in that conversation. But so right now it's really Joe Burrow or Lamar. And I got to go with Lamar as the best quarterback right now.
And I'm going to
I don't agree with that. I go
ahead, Javon. I got to tangent. Why do everybody got Justin Herbert better than Lamar Jackson? Please, somebody explain it to me. No, he's not. Bro, he has Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and can't make the playoffs.
See, Herbert is more talented quarterback. I would say that. But Lamar, when it comes to, all right, we need to get a W, you might want to go with Lamar. But Justin Herbert's still young, too. You got to look at that, too. He's still
Lamar's young.
But Justin Herbert was in the second year last year, though.
Lamar won MVP his second year.
Yeah, you're right, though.
See, Lamar next step is being a better pocket passer. That's his next step because the way he wins his games is more on his legs, and that's not gonna win y'all no Super Bowl.
But that's not true this year, though.
No.
That's not true last year.
No, a lot of his magic was some feet too. I'm not saying all of it was just.
But we can't. So look, if y'all say Lamar isn't the best pocket passer in the division,
then I will agree.
I'll give you that. We talking about overall result because think about it. Look at what they went through last year, and before he got hurt, they were the number 1 seed in our division. Oh, as a matter of fact, in the AFC, right? I think before he got hurt. And then he got hurt, and then they just plummeted, and then the Bengals took over that division.
Hey, look, Joe, watch this.
When you
compare Nick Chubb and Najee Harris, you said Nick Chubb wasn't a better back because Najee Harris does more. So why can't we do the same with Lamar Jackson?
Well, he doesn't do more. That's the thing.
What do you mean?
How does he do more?
Lamar Jackson is the best mobile quarterback in the league, and he can still beat you from the pocket, i.e., games like the Colts.
Yeah, the Colts. Yeah.
I don't know. As a quarterback, I think Joe Burrow can make way better. I think he can make way more throws than Lamar Jackson can make. In tighter windows, he can make better reads as a quarterback.
Yes.
I think he's just better as a quarterback. No, I'm not saying Lamar Jackson is a better player, but quarterback, no, he's not.
Yeah,
better
but
than Joe Burrow.
that's what I mean.
If-
I mean, like you
so,
talking about
Joe, do you think?
passer.
But you're talking strictly pocket passer, which is like I said to my point with the
You talking
Najee
about
Harris
passer.
argument.
When I say
think
better
Lamar is
quarterback,
the
I'm talking
better
about like
overall
But-
player.
quarterback.
I give y'all that, but so if you swap teams, do you think Lamar taking the Bengals to the Super Bowl?
Oh,
No.
so you talking about
No.
I'm still on the Justin
And,
Herbert.
and I think if Joe Burrow was on the Ravens, he would put up better numbers because he
I
can
don't know,
throw
Javon,
better.
I got to put on that too because Joe Burrow was in a unique situation. He had his college teammate on his team, bro. They already got chemistry.
I agree.
that's a huge plus right there. So we
Jamar
gotta look
Chase
at
had
that
1,400
perspective too.
yards.
So
Joe Burrow was balling before
His rookie
he got
season,
hurt.
that is
His
true.
rookie
no,
season.
he was. He was. To man Chase Young.
So,
Had my bad, bro.
But this is what I'm saying.
It kind of helped
Joe
that out
Burrow.
to get your boy though.
Joe Burrow has Jamar Chase who had 1,400 yards. T. Higgins, never over 1,000-yard guy, and Tyler Boyd, who was over 1,000 yards before them two young guns showed up.
Oh, let me see something right quick.
Lamar Jackson is on borrowed time. He can't keep running forever. At some point, he got to stand in that pocket. When he get older, I don't care what nobody say. You want your quarterback to pass the ball first. When he have to stand in that pocket, it's going to get hard when he's 31 years old and he looking.
He got hurt because his pocket presence isn't good.
All right, real quick, we got an example. We got an example. We all watch basketball, right? I'm pretty sure we all watch basketball, right?
Yeah.
When Derrick Rose was at his apex, was he one of the best players in the NBA? Like you can say, who's better, Derrick Rose or Chris Paul? Chris Paul is a more pure. No, when Derrick Rose is MVP, Derrick Rose. I mean, Chris Paul is more of a pure point guard, like a pure pocket passer. But Derrick Rose was a better player. Yet he was like Lamar, always running. He was a more physical player. He was more injury prone because of his game style. Same thing with Lamar Jackson. So
minus the injury proneness.
So the thing is, you would pick Derrick Rose because he's a better player, but Chris Paul is a better point guard. So that's how I look at Herbert, Joe Burrow, and Lamar. Lamar is a better player right now.
So he's the best quarterback to y'all all the time in the league?
No, I'm talking the division.
Right.
I just don't like how people already champion Herbert over Lamar. Like Lamar ain't an MVP.
Lamar was an MVP
Lamar hasn't been in
candidate.
the playoffs every year he's played.
It was an
Minus
MVP
the one year he
candidate
got
already,
hurt
Ron.
the year.
I give you all of that. I
It's
give you
more
all that. My
longevity.
pushback is, do y'all think the Bengals would do the same thing with Lamar?
I
don't
do.
think
Personally,
so.
I
Let me ask you this, Javon. Let me ask you this.
Personally, I do.
The scheme, the Ravens, they a run team. Like Ted said, that helps Lamar too. It's not like he's back there and they ain't doing no RPOs or nothing like that. He doing all them fakes and all that, and that's helping that make the defense. He has to play a certain system. Like Joe Burrow, you could drop him anywhere. He gonna cook. He that type of guy, I think.
But if you give Joe Burrow Lamar's weapons, you think he's doing the same thing?
No.
I don't think he's putting up the same amount of like 46,000, but I think he would put up 4,000 yards.
If you put Joe Burrow on our Ravens team last year before Lamar got hurt, would it be number one seed at that point when Lamar was number one seed when he got hurt? Because that team was terrible.
Last year. The
That's
answer
what
is
I'm
no.
saying. That team
You
was
seen
bad.
it last year, and they were what, 3 and something or 2 and something before he got hurt?
So like, look, I'm not saying Lamar is a light years. I like, and Joe Burrow's in his second. This is his third year. You feel me? I'm not going to automatically put him above Lamar just because he made a Super Bowl run. So I got Lamar right here, and then right now is Joe Burrow. But like I said, if Deshaun Watson is who I think he is, he's the best QB in this division.
That's fact.
And I also got another point with Lamar. Lamar took over the Ravens his rookie year. We were 4-5 with Joe Flacco. We go 6-1 with Lamar and make the playoffs.
What are you doing in the playoffs?
He's a baller.
You want to come with it in the playoffs?
He's
Mike
a
Crabtree.
huge playmaker. He's a very huge playmaker. But
That's
if you give him Jamar Chase, he's not. Jamar Chase won't average his same stats he will with Lamar because Lamar is going to always think that he can pull it down and run for 100 yards a game.
Yeah, my point is last year he didn't do that. It was lots of times where I'm like, Lamar, you can run, take off.
Last year, that's true.
There and wait.
Look, I can go back on my Twitter feed. I've been like, Lamar, run it. Last year, he was trying to prove to y'all that he could throw the ball in the pocket. So
he was doing a good job.
He was doing last year.
He was doing a good job.
He's gonna have to learn how to throw the ball in the pocket because defenses are catching up soon.
I disagree with that.
On him, and defenses are catching up.
But look, Ted, you're right. Lamar is not taking y'all far. If with like the way he is right now, because I don't think he's good. Like I told you, this couple of games, I'm like, those are terrible throws. because the only way with the way he was last year can get y'all to the Super Bowl is y'all have a top tier defense. I gotta have a top tier defense. Yeah, if y'all don't, he is gonna have to develop his pocket passing.
A top tier defense is a requirement for basically every team to go to the Super Bowl, minus the Bengals, but they lost. The Rams had a top tier defense. When we won our Super Bowls,
no,
we had a
not top 10. I said top tier. I mean like a top tier. Defense. I mean like a top 2 defense.
I don't think we gotta be that high.
For him in the playoffs, things slow down, right? Your game plan.
So how is he better than Joe Burrow, man? Come on.
Right now he is, Ron.
Time out.
Like, listen, like y'all saying he need this and need that and need that.
No, I'm not saying that.
Joe Burrow, he's ice cold. When stuff gets shaky, he like, I got this. That's my first thing about the guy.
So I got a rebuttal for that. The Bills game that we lost in the playoffs, right? If y'all remember, Justin Tucker missed 2 field goals that game.
I do.
We had 2 snaps go 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage. We had Mark Andrews drop a first down. We had J.K. Dobbins drop a first down. We had J.K. Dobbins miss a block with Marquise coming across for a wide open touchdown. We had so much go wrong before Lamar finally threw a pick 6 and got a concussion and left the game.
Man, all I hear is excuses. I don't never hear no. All I hear y'all say is like.
Lamar can't kick the field goal. He can't snap the ball.
His weapons dropping the ball. His weapons. So Lamar don't ever miss passes. Hey, Carl. Like, come on, man.
No, I'm not saying that.
You can't blame it all on his weapons.
Carl, I'm not. I get you. They missed field goals. I get you. All that stuff, right? Even though the Bengals had a perfect kicker in the playoff run, but Lamar did throw a pick 6.
I said that.
Arizona. Yeah, I know.
I said it was a lot that went wrong before Lamar.
I get you, but Javon's point was when it's time. Joe Burrow was money time to Burrow show up.
That's why Tom Brady is the GOAT.
When it was money time, Lamar threw that pick and it took the air out of the whole game.
Time out again. But that was the third quarter, right? That wasn't the fourth. It was the third. And literally the next drive, we had the ball go 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage on a missed snap, and he gets a concussion. So he didn't even have a chance to rebuttal to show y'all that, all right, I still can control the game, bring y'all back and win this game. Because the center snapped the ball 20 yards behind the scrimmage.
I think Lamar will be a great dinker and dunker when it's all said and done, far as his pocket presence. He could run the ball. He's going to get you 112 yards rushing a game. That's cool. But when he's passing, you're going to have to put him in positions where he's just dinking and dunking.
Now, the reason why you're saying that is because Hollywood Brown drops a lot of his deep balls that don't get shown no more because they're drops.
So, I thought everybody saying, give him a top receiver.
15, how about it's higher than that, bro?
Hollywood Brown was your best receiver.
And he drops the ball. That's my point.
It's quarterbacks that make receivers. Like, come on, man. Your man got to be a better passer. That's all. That's it.
But if the ball touches your hands in stride, how is that the quarterback's fault?
Javon, you're right.
I'm not saying.
You're right. Yeah, quarterbacks
it wasn't dropping passes. He dropped endless.
All right, look.
In the red zone, like in the end zone, just dropping.
All right, look, we're talking in circles, but Javon, you said that quarterbacks make receivers. We're talking about the quarterbacks in y'all division. There's no quarterback in that division that made a receiver yet. You know what I mean? So we can't use that. I'm not comparing to like Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, just like that. We're talking about this division. And so far, Lamar did win MVP. He did, right?
36 touchdowns.
Joe Burrow went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but that's a team effort. I get that. So did Jimmy Garoppolo. What that mean?
So did Rex Grossman.
Yeah, this is my thing. I like Lamar. I think he's tight. He's a tight dual threat guy. He's a better player. I give y'all that.
That's
he's not a better quarterback though. We say who's the better quarterback.
But you're talking about passing. I get it. I'm talking about production.
Joe Burrow is the better quarterback. Not who's the best player. Who's the best quarterback?
Like I said, that goes back to the Najee Harris argument.
This ain't passer though, Javon.
You can say
passer. The ball, he's still a quarterback.
Who's the best passer? He's the best passer. The best player at quarterback is Lamar Jackson.
That's all I'm saying.
And I would agree with that.
Because he can't run. That's it. That's because he can run. I'll give y'all that.
That's it.
All right, y'all. So look, this is good, y'all. It's 8:15. We gotta wrap this up. All right. So look, we're gonna do the announcement from last verse. Oh my God.
Hey, go ahead, Kevin. Hey, go ahead.
Hey,
All right, you know what? Lamar's the best quarterback. Deshaun Watson, Lamar, they the best
oh
quarterback.
snap! I just realized that.
Fact.
Man, all right.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
Joe Burrow to death, bro, but I just feel like Lamar gets so slandered. It's ridiculous.
It's not that, bro. I love Lamar. I love watching him play. It's like you got to get it done though. Like you got to
I was
get the
critical of Lamar,
job done. At the end of the day, like
I mean, Lamar
we always go. Now go ahead, Ted.
Lamar Showtime. There's no doubt about that. But this is a passing league, and
Facts.
pocket passers end up being the best quarterbacks.
Can I give y'all one more pushback?
Go ahead.
If y'all go Google right now, Ravens drop passes versus the Titans in the playoffs, it'll be a drop counter of 9 drop passes against the Titans.
Okay.
That ain't no excuse.
What do you mean? Lamar can't catch the ball too?
Terrell Pryor had 1,000
when we played them
guys with Cody Kessler.
You got my point is you got to catch the ball. Y'all keep saying Lamar got to learn how to throw the ball. Receivers got to learn how to catch it.
So, the only reason
Both
why,
if Stevie got to learn how to catch it, he do got to learn how to throw the ball though. He need to
come on, Carl, you acting like he a great pocket passer, bro.
I'm not, but what I'm saying is I feel like y'all are not giving him the credit he deserves for improving every year.
Oh, he is improving. Don't get me wrong. He still has some ways to go though, because he makes some mistakes that a lot of these other guys don't make as much.
And the Ravens,
not necessarily true.
The Ravens don't think he's worth for those max contracts like Deshaun Watson got, and they have to be mad at the Browns.
Like I said, Lamar.
They have to be mad at the Browns right now for messing up the market.
Yeah.
Lamar said on his draft night that y'all getting the Super Bowl out of him, and I think y'all still waiting.
We are. We gonna get it. We're gonna take
time.
time.
I like him, man. I like Lamar.
It took us what? 5 years, 6 years with Flacco. Just wait on it.
Yeah, Joe Flacco went to Super Bowl. That's another person.
And y'all want to talk about
he can throw.
Flacco should have 2 back-to-back Super Bowls.
He
Evans ain't dropped a touchdown against the Patriots.
Man, people drop passes every game, B.
It just seems to happen more in Baltimore. Is my point.
He's throwing out endless examples. All right, cool.
Oh, you haven't experienced being a fan of the Bengals, so don't give me that.
But y'all had guys like Chad Johnson, Chris Henry,
But they never won though. They got bounced in the first.
No, we talking
I
about
went through a whole decade in the '90s, man. Come on, bro. You don't know what it feel like. Y'all were the team when I was being tortured. You don't even know what it feel like, man. Come on.
We played the Chiefs last year. They dropped
like
lost
20 passes. Dolphins. I know how I feel.
Hey, tell Tom stop putting out blasphemous. Stop putting your team in that blasphemous stuff with the Cowboys.
Yeah, he
wild. First he said NFC East the best division. No, we know that's not right. It's the NFC
East.
All right,
my bad, Joe. NFC least.
All right, let's move on, y'all. I don't want y'all to be dogging my squad. It's AFC North topic. All right, I don't know how. All right, so look. All right, y'all. Look, like this video. So first of all, thank you guys for staying to the end. We appreciate that. And like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We really appreciate that if you subscribe and share this video. Once we end this video, it's going to be on YouTube, so you can go back and watch it. I'm actually going to make a video for each team segment. So if you just want to go to a certain team, you can just click on that video, all right? And I appreciate y'all using our comment section. We enjoy y'all company, and we're looking forward to see you guys next week. But before we go, we're going to get some last words from each person. We're going to start with you. Carl.
All right, first I want to say thank you for having me as always. This was fun. Second, I want to say when I was looking down at my phone, I was looking to see the Bears roster of receivers when they went to the playoffs, and it was terrible. Oh my god, I had to put that phone down. It was bad. It was like Allen Robinson and probably like half the other people was out of the league by now. So yeah, it was bad. But yeah, fellas, well, we all got 11-12 wins predicted for our team, but we all can't win 11-12 games. So I'm excited to see how I go.
That's facts. All right, Tay.
Yeah, I want to say appreciate you. Thanks for having me. And second thing, far as quarterbacks in the division go, we Browns gonna always have the best quarterback until he's not the quarterback anymore. Lamar Jackson is Showtime, but at some point, so is Tim Tebow. That's all I gotta say.
You did not just compare Lamar to 36 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, Devon.
That was funny. Yeah, thanks, bro, for having me. Fellas, it was fun. Like I said, we gotta get back on the top. It's the best division. We got a chance. We got some solid teams here. Like Carl said, we all can't win 11 and 12. So sorry, Tay. We want to see y'all at 8. And sorry, Carl. We'll see y'all at 9. Feelings, baby.
All right, I say Javon try to get y'all to come together at the end. I like that. All right, go ahead, Taz.
I appreciate you having me on. The Bengals, we're pretty much getting everybody back. Joe Burrow has a new and improved offensive line. I think the Bengals are going to be a real problem in 2022, 2023. And, I can't wait to come to your stadiums and win. I'll definitely be at M&T Bank Stadium this fall in all my Bengals gear, talking a whole lot.
Hey, just let Jesse Bates walk already, bro.
Nah, he gotta stay, bro. He gotta stay.
That's my guy. That's why I want him to walk.
Yeah, I like him too. He a playmaker on defense.
And y'all need him because y'all cornerbacks, other than Mike Hilton, are trash.
Tito not bad.
Even
all right, y'all.
trash.
Look, the AFC North, man. It's gonna be some fighting the whole all day. All right. So look, thank y'all for staying to the end. We appreciate y'all, and we'll see y'all next episode. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all the next episode.